Well, welcome back to Ageless in America. I'm Lew Wilson.
And I'm Anna Johnson, and we're delighted to have you with us once again. You know, Lou, I'm so excited because the past 2 weeks, so many people have said they watched the show and they enjoyed seeing so many of the segments, especially the ones we did on the Tallahassee Museum and the Challenger Learning Center.
Oh, absolutely, especially when that little guy did the backflip. It just got me crazy. Everybody's loving the show. The responses are great. Phone calls and emails, and thank you, by the way. And we got more to come.
We do. Is that a phone ringing?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to turn it off. I'm sorry. It's my Thai phone.
What? What is that?
Well, you know, Get Smart had a shoe phone. I have a Thai phone.
Oh, Lord. Well, go ahead and answer.
Okay, better answer. I'm sorry. Excuse me for a second. Hello, this is Lew Wilson. Oh, yes, dear.
I don't
Yes, dear.
believe
Eggs
this.
and milk. I'll pick it up after the show. I'm in the middle of the
don't
show now. Okay, I'll put it on vibrate. Bye-bye.
Lou. Oh my gosh. Well, let's get on with the show and get back to reality.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, Lou, there are some things that most of us don't even like to think about. We don't like to think about making end-of-life decisions or end-of-life care. Well, in our next segment, we're going to focus on hospice care. And this incredible organization has been doing powerful good in our area for so many people, thousands of people, actually, over the past 32 years.
Wow.
So let's take a listen.
Most of us have heard the word hospice. Share with us the definition of hospice care and what makes Big Bend Hospice's approach so special.
Well, the word hospice can be a scary word to someone that has never been exposed to a family member that's been able to receive hospice care. Hospice is caring for someone approximately in the last 6 months of their life after they have either decided themselves that aggressive care is no longer the route that they want to choose in dealing with a terminal illness, or a physician may have suggested that it's time to talk with a hospice in order to receive help caring for a family member or even themselves dealing with that life-limiting illness.
In your area, you're kind of known as the hometown hospice, and you work so hard to make the community feel like you belong to them. Tell us about some of your programs and efforts.
We are very fortunate in Tallahassee to have a community that supports Big Bend Hospice, not only by having us come in and have the privilege of caring for their loved one, but also by making financial donations that allow us to provide services that many hospices are not currently providing. We have a wonderful music therapy department. We work in partnership with Florida State University. We have interns that come in from all over the country in order to learn medical musical therapy and caring for hospice patients. We also have a wonderful bereavement department that offers services to anyone that has lost a loved one. You do not have to have had experience with Big Bend Hospice, and it can be a loss of any sort. It can be a divorce. It can be losing a pet. It can be a tragic, sudden, unexpected loss. Many times in the schools, there may be a school that's affected by an automobile accident, or sometimes with students there may be a suicide, and that impact is far-reaching. And our bereavement department is able to go into the schools and provide crisis bereavement counseling as well as doing individual counseling here at no charge. And that's because of the donations that get made to Big Bend Hospice throughout the year, whether it's a fundraiser that we're doing in our 8 counties that we cover, or it's someone suggesting in their obituary that in lieu of flowers, that donations get made to Big Bend Hospice. We also have a wonderful volunteer department where we're utilizing our volunteers in all of our 8 county service areas in just about any way that you can imagine, both in helping us take care of our patients, but also doing things like running errands and going to the grocery store, helping people with their taxes. Dealing with a terminal illness is so overwhelming for families that the needs are very unique, but the needs are great, and we're able to help them in any way possible.
Well, that's incredible. And I know we have a special message that we want to take a look at, and then we're going to talk about some 5 wishes. So let's take a look at this personal message right now.
My son was diagnosed with carcinoma of an unknown primary. He was seeking treatment over in Jacksonville. and he opted to not stay at the hospital because at that point in ICU, there was really nothing else they could do for him. For the circumstances, I really couldn't. I couldn't have done this without them. I would have been too afraid to take him out of that hospital, not knowing what to do. And even though he didn't want to be resuscitated or on life support, it still would have scared me to take him home and not know that even though I knew they couldn't do anything, they would know how to handle it more than me.
That was a very, very powerful message. Share with us now why the 5 wishes are really so important.
As Tammy said, it is such a stressful time when you're dealing with a terminal illness with a loved one. 5 Wishes is the opportunity to think about some of those events that may occur before they actually happen so that you can make decisions during a time that is not so stressful. It's also important that you communicate those decisions to your loved ones. It makes a big difference in dealing with serious illness at the time it occurs.
That's an incredible variety of services that you offer. Thank you so much for all you do here in the community, and we'll be back right after this.
Coming up next, an aging resource.
Welcome back. That's such a great clip on Big Ben Hospice, and
They're incredible.
very important to know for everybody. Here's a way to get a hold of the 5 wishes that they were talking about. They are in English and in Spanish, and we'll flash that number right up on the screen for you. Now we have a special guest. We want to welcome Mr. Tom Herndon with the Claude Pepper Foundation.
Hi, Tom, and we're delighted to have you with us today. You know, Senator Pepper worked so hard to meet the needs of the elderly all his life, just about. But we're so fortunate to have the Pepper Center Foundation right here in Tallahassee. How did that come to be?
Senator Pepper's wife, Mildred, was a graduate of Florida State University, and he was a practicing attorney in Perry for 13 years, so there was a natural connection for him. And in the late 80s, the center and the foundation got started, and the museum was situated here, originally over near the Westcott building, and then it built our own building and got the whole program underway.
You actually have a museum.
We do.
In the foundation?
And it's quite the museum. I mean, we have, in addition to the memorabilia from his career, over 3 million pieces, we also have dioramas that are interactive and allow you to participate in understanding his life, which is
It's something to see.
Well, that's what, and we're going to take a look at a special opportunity to learn more about the Claude Pepper Foundation right now.
The Claude Pepper Foundation, keeping leaders and the public informed about the health, long-term care, and income security challenges confronting America's older citizens.
When you go home tonight and you close your eyes and sleep and you ask, what have I done today to lighten the burden upon those who suffer? At least you can say, I helped a little bit today. I voted to help those who needed help. It may not answer all the problems, and it doesn't, but it'll give comfort. It will cool the brow of many who suffer. It will give hope to many who are most in despair.
Senator Claude Pepper was a public servant, a progressive-minded statesman. He sponsored legislation to promote equal rights, civil rights, and workers' rights, gaining international fame and recognition for his advocacy on behalf of senior citizens. A lasting legacy to the man and his values, the Claude Pepper Foundation dedicates all of its activities to sustaining the legacy of Senator Pepper, including his important views regarding respect for elders. The Pepper Foundation also created and funded the Pepper Institute on Aging, a multidisciplinary group of researchers dedicated to examining the issues impacting the elderly. Housed in a single building, the center consists of the Claude Pepper Library and a museum, the Pepper Institute on Aging, the Pepper Data Center, and the Pepper Endowed Chair. The facility is located on the prestigious campus of Florida State University, a few blocks from the Florida capital. The Claude Pepper Library invites researchers and those interested in 20th century history and public policy to understand the causes and issues to which Claude Pepper dedicated his life. The Claude Pepper Museum provides dioramas that highlight his life and offers visitor experiences, including recreations of his Senate and congressional offices. The collection of Claude Pepper memorabilia shines a light on some of the most significant subjects relevant to 20th century history. A lasting tribute to Senator Pepper, the Claude Pepper Foundation stands as a reminder of his vision, his contributions, and the continuing need to embrace the talent, experience, and value of our aging population.
The national attitude toward old people has made a 180-degree turn. More and more younger generations have come to realize that in their elders, they have a precious and useful asset, not a burden. Old people are the same persons they were when they were young. Some may not hear so well, may have to wear glasses. Maybe a step slower when they walk. But they are not useless, and they must not be treated as outcasts, as more and more Americans have come to realize.
After this, accessibility and volunteers.
Some very cool local firms want to make your golden years the best years of your life. There are benefits to being over 50, and there's one convenient place where you can find them, localseniordiscounts.com. Imagine discounts for more than 25 area restaurants, retail and shopping, health, medicine, household services. For details on these special offers, visit localseniordiscounts.com. You'll be glad you did.
Improving the quality of your life could be as simple as improving your quality of sleep. At the Sleep Gallery, we can help you take the guesswork out of buying your next mattress with our new bed match program. At the Sleep Gallery, you can choose from Tempur-Pedic, Simmons Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, Sealy Optimum, Stearns & Foster, Kingsdown, Pure Latex Bliss, and more, in stock and ready for immediate delivery. If you're suffering from health issues, you might want to consider the therapeutic benefits of an adjustable bed. The Sleep Gallery, open 7 days a week. Tallahassee's mattress experts.
Well, welcome back to Ageless in America. And I don't know if you know this, Lou, but I had the opportunity to work with Frank Pepper, who was Senator Claude Pepper's brother, right here in Tallahassee, for the Good Morning Show for a number of years. So
That
it was
that Willie the Weatherman?
Willie
was
the
on there.
Weatherman. The three of us did the show for so long, it was a blast.
With the
I
derby
tell you.
hat.
Yep, that was it. That was it. Well, you know what? I'm ready for some opening nights now.
You know, I am too, and they're coming right up. So lights, camera, action, roll them. Well, you know, a lot of concerns of people in the community are like, where do they park? Is there access for patrons with special needs? Can you share with us some of the things about
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. So all of our performances, we really make sure that we're ADA compliant for everything. And it's one of the things that producers of concerts and events really have to look at and make sure. So we always have tickets reserved for our special needs clients. If they're visually impaired, we make sure to reserve some tickets to the front. And we also have wheelchair access at all of our events. And then there's parking for them as well. We always will have access to handicap parking and such. And some of our venues as well that have it, we have some listening assistant devices that can be used. So if there is a need, if there is a special need for a performance and someone's going to attend, we just ask that they contact our office at opening nights and speak to someone, and we'll make sure that we can take care of their need before a performance.
Well, all the opening night activities, I mean, it's not just for couples and everything, it's for the whole family. Can they bring the kids?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of performances that are very, very family friendly. And we have people that take advantage of it. And one of the things that we've done this year is we've offered a certain section at all of our performances, so the majority of our performances, at a $15 ticket, so that families on a budget or just anybody can make sure that they have access to a performance, and price wouldn't be a barrier.
Do they need to bring their own earplugs?
Well, it depends. At Prism, sometimes you have to.
Okay. Hey, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
We really appreciate this. And we're going to continue this series in weeks to come, so you stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chucha Barber with Impact Visual Media. This is my son, Ryan Barber.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Ryan, and we are
The WCTV Digital Minute.
Ryan, I recently had a birthday, and I'm not going to say which one it was, but it certainly put me in the right age group for people who watch Ageless in America. And it brings me to a question. I got a lot of Facebook happy birthday wishes, including some from people that I haven't seen or heard from in many years.
Awesome.
And I wanted to reach back to them, but I didn't want to post my email address or my phone number on a post that everybody could see. Sure. How can I communicate with someone that sends me a Facebook message in some sort of private way? Is that possible?
Absolutely. Well, I think the first thing we'll do is we'll log into your personal Facebook account.
Okay.
And so I'll go to www, although you don't have to type that, facebook.com.
Okay.
And so here's your email address. If you would go ahead and enter your password. Okay. So now we're logged into Chucha Barber's Facebook.
Okay.
And this is your timeline, or your news feed, your news feed.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to see the messages in which you've received. You'll click on the world icon, which is your notifications.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see all of what's happened recently. If you've received personal messages, you would click on your message icon, which is located at the upper right side of the screen. And then here, you can receive and send messages that won't post directly to your timeline. These are essentially private messages in which you can communicate through Facebook. So let's go to your timeline or your profile page. We can scroll down, and you would reference those happy birthday posts.
Uh-huh.
So we'll go just a little ways, and here are some of them, right?
Great.
So you can scroll through, and if you wanted to comment in a public way, you could do so directly from that particular post. Otherwise, go back to the messages and send them a direct one.
All right, well, I appreciate that, because I don't necessarily want the world to have all my information. And we're going to be back next week with another WCTV Digital Minute.
You got to watch every episode. We're going to learn more on the Digital Minute. And speaking of learning about Facebook, people are finding a great way to connect to their kids and their grandkids.
Right, it's a great opportunity for them. But actually, speaking about young people, we're working with an incredible young lady by the name of Kylie, and she's doing several segments on local treasures in this area. And she just finished one on the Cascades Park in Tallahassee. You're going to love it, so let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Kylie Parham, and welcome to this week's segment of Local Treasures. Today I'm in beautiful Cascades Park right here in downtown Tallahassee. Let's take a look around. Cascades Park is the newest addition to our community with the goal of uniting all the arts, history, and entertainment that our city has to offer. If you're a native or have spent a good amount of time in the area, I'm sure you remember Centennial Field, the former meeting place for minor league baseball and football teams, such as the Tallahassee Rebels. Many locals claim that these are sacred grounds from the historical significance of the games that have been played here over the years. Today, Cascades Park offers many activities for families, such as beautiful trails, interactive fountains, memorials, historical monuments, a children's play area, and not to mention a cutting-edge amphitheater that hosts entertainment throughout the year. Cascades Park is a great place to bring kids and grandkids for a relaxing and fun day outdoors. If you haven't been, I encourage you to take a look at everything Cascades Park has to offer. I'm Kylie Parham, and we'll see you next time on Local Treasures.
The Area Agency on Aging for North Florida is an aging and disability resource center for the Panhandle and Big Bend regions. We can help you apply for Medicaid, long-term care, and we offer a network of community partners for senior health and wellness. Services include elder abuse prevention and awareness, Medicare and long-term care counseling, as well as our Elder Helpline, connecting elders and persons with disabilities and caregivers to community resources. Call us today.
Well, welcome back to Ageless in America. And you know, Lou, at the beginning of the show, we talked about so many people saying how much they love the segment that you did on the Challenger Learning Center in Tallahassee.
Yes,
and you
ma'am.
have an update for us.
Oh, I do. And there's so much more. I mean, they've got a whale of a tale at the IMAX Theater, which is the biggest screen in
amazing.
town. And you can learn about epic creatures and humpback whales in 3D. So anyway, there's so much going on at the Challenger Learning Center. Let's take a look at that right now. It's amazing when I walk in this place and I just look around and it's out of this world.
It is actually quite literally out of this world. We are a science center located right in the heart of downtown that seeks to continue the mission of the tragic loss of the families of the Challenger crew back in 1986. But we've taken their tragedy and turned it into something that we can educate and inspire people of all ages in science, technology, engineering, and math.
That's upbeat. Tell me more.
Well, we do that through several programs, which we'll talk about today.
Okay.
We've got our Space Mission Simulator, we've got an IMAX Theater, and we've got our planetarium and many other hands-on programs.
Okay, so where are we going to go first?
How about we start in the Space Mission Simulator?
I like that.
All right.
All right, let's go. So we are in Houston in Mission Control.
That's right. Well, we're modeled after Houston, but we're in Tallahassee. You are in Mission Control of the Challenger Learning Center, which is one half of our Space Mission Simulator.
Okay.
Okay? So in Mission Control, we've got our crew that talks to the folks in the spacecraft.
So how many people would they have in a space station or in a control?
We can do 30 people at a time.
Okay.
30 participants at a time.
And not just for the young at heart?
For young at heart, anywhere in between.
Great.
Yes,
great.
every second Saturday we have our public space mission simulation, which is what we encourage folks of all ages to come participate in.
So when do we get to go to the space station?
Let's head up there right now.
What? Wait a minute. Yes, dear, absolutely. Put the stakes on, I'll be home in a while. And how are we going to get there?
Let's head up through the airlock.
No, you in the hairlock?
The airlock. Oh, no hair.
I know that. Wow. Emily, this is incredible.
Isn't it?
I feel like I'm in space. Wait.
You are in space.
I like that.
By way of our spacecraft.
This is, wow. It's like the final frontier. We're here.
We're here. We made it.
Yes.
And you know, our scenarios that our mission simulator can go to are Mars. We can be going to Mars right now. We can be going to the moon, or we could try to land a probe on a comet.
Do we get to work all the controls and everything?
You do. This room is the most interactive space that we have. The most interactive space that we have in the whole building.
So I'm in my own space in space?
You're in your own space in space.
And then I can do the ground control to Major Lew.
Well, now you're a major. That's impressive. You've gone very quickly.
A major, but minor in film, I can tell you that.
You're a minor.
Where are we off to next?
Let's go see the IMAX theater.
All right.
This is a 287 seat space, and it's the biggest screen in town.
I was going to say.
Isn't it huge?
That's huge.
Yeah, it's larger than life, is what we say.
Yeah.
70 feet wide, 5 stories tall.
Okay.
So if you come see a movie here, you're going to see something really big.
Well, you don't have anything just movies. You have documentaries. You have informational films.
We do. We have Hollywood films that come out, but we also have our educational documentaries. We could take our glasses off since we're not watching one right now.
That's right.
These documentaries focus on any number of topics, and we've got new ones coming in all the time.
Where are we going next?
Let's go see our planetarium, okay?
So this is the planetarium, and I can't believe my eyes.
You know, you can see a lot of things in our planetarium. And we've got all kinds of shows in here that no matter what you're interested in, you can learn about some astronomy here.
This is great. Do you have any other kinds of films and stuff that you show in here? Or?
We do. Well, we do, like I mentioned, the show that changes out, and then we've got actual feature movies that play in here that are about the universe and all kinds of how galaxies are formed. And we've also got shows that are great for even little kids too.
That's
more
incredible.
Animated shows. So any age range can come in here and enjoy a movie in the planetarium.
That's great, because I'm a big kid at heart anyway. So
that's right.
I'm coming to enjoy it for sure. And we ought to finish watching this before we get back to you.
There we go.
Well, we hate it, but our show has to come to an end. And in this show, we learned about the 5 wishes, we learned about advocacy for the elders, and we paid a visit to Cascades Park. Wow.
Yes, we did. And we've got so much going on around town. Speaking of that, we've got a dog show. The AKC Breed Dog Show is going on at the North Florida Fairgrounds this weekend, all day today and tomorrow, with the Leon County Humane Society is celebrating their 55th annual birthday bash. And Ragtime, which is a musical tapestry, is playing at the Fallon Theater at FSU. There's so much more going on. What a great town.
Well, it is. We got a lot going on, and we hope to bring you up to date each week on some of the things that are happening in our area. Please join in next week at the same time, same station, WCTV, 11:30 on Saturday. So long, everybody.
Stay active.
Stay healthy.
We got to talk. You know, we're supposed to talk during the credits.
We are.
Yes, we are. What are we going to talk about? Have you ever been to the Ragtime? Have you
No.
ever seen that? Have you been to the Fallon Theater?
That's not right.